So today, lads, this is a really, really important video. This is a really, really, really important video. And we are talking right now about like the CBA and what has been reported. And this, for me, means a lot. I know a lot of people probably thinking, oh, this doesn't mean anything. This is irrelevant. I personally think that this means an awful, awful lot. And obviously, we know I've reported earlier that the WNBA responded within 24 hours to the latest CBA proposal. However, nothing was leaked, and I expected from Annie or Alexa, or they seem to be the ones getting scoops. But there are people are like, oh, they're the only two real WNBA journalists. No, they're not. Like, let's be real. Like, I don't remember off the top of my head when they're actually reporting. It's one thing if a journalist is giving an opinion or giving their opinion or writing an opinion piece. That's one thing. It's very different. A journalist writing an opinion piece and getting an opinion piece wrong than a journalist writing something factual. Hence why I like the Howard Megdal one. Like, I don't think we've ever seen Howard Megdal really get a story wrong, but he's like the opinion piece that Paige Bueckers won last year was just dumb. And I'm trying to think off the top of my head. It was like, I don't think Megan Hall's, I've seen her get a story wrong. Noah Dalzell, when she covers the WNBA, I don't think we've seen that. So there's plenty of them. Shams, obviously, when he steps into WNBA circles, there is plenty of them. But we have this right here from Annie, who is one of the most reputable sources, and this is what she has said. This is something where a repeat from Alexa Philippou. What she said a couple of days ago as well, or say a couple of hours ago as well, is that the WNBA responded within 24 hours. But it says this here. A source familiar with the negotiation said no details to share, which is interesting. Also, saying notable that neither side is sharing details at this stage. That, coupled with the pace of counters being sent, could be an indication of movement being made. That is big. It is really important that we have not heard slap in the face about any of these. We have not heard a no straight away. Like, the league are responding within a day to all the proposals, but like, we're not hearing them come out on social media to say this will cause hundreds of millions of losses. My guess is that we've also heard from Lexi Brown that, like, if the players were to accept net revenue, they would be arguing for different things. And ironically, I think that is where they're going to be, is like, I think a lot of this is kind of buzzwords. At the end of the day, all the extra things that they're arguing for with net revenue eat into their net revenue. So the league will just go, yeah, cool. So basically what it'll end up being is almost an equivalent of, like, it could be that all their extras mean that the net revenue that the players get is zero. But if all the extra expenses that they're getting to make their life better ends up with that, then it is also the equivalent of them getting a net revenue percentage of 100 up to a certain point. Like, it's realistically, say, like, if they get their charters, the housing and everything, then it's an equivalent of them getting 100% net revenue up till, like, up to 20%, up to whatever the profit line is, which is, for me, still it's a good deal for the players, which is, I think Lexi Brown was basically saying that. And I think the league would be open to some of that, to be honest. That being said, as well, neither side is leaking stuff. We know when stuff's being leaked. Someone says that's two proposals, no more leaks, no more hostility. Someone's moved, edges being ironed, not a single game will be missed. I don't know. This person tends to be right. I don't know who it is. It's probably a burner. I don't know if this is a burner. This is either a burner or, oh no, they're a columnist for something. So they obviously have some sort of idea. But like, some of the information they've been giving out, they've been early on a few things, that Breanna Mitchell account. This is good news. The more fans are kept in the dark, the more likely progress is being made. Wait, is this account not retired and unretired from Twitter about 18 times? But yeah, yay. Am I crazy to be a little hopeful? Let's hope so. It should be the most exciting offseason ever, but it's way down by this negotiations. Great sign. The season might start on time. This is a great sign. So, like, that is massive. It is massive that progress is being made. Because at the end of the day, like, if they're getting back to each other, like, say if they're getting back to each other quickly, if they're getting back in like a one day with another proposal, the reality is one of two things with the league. Either the league have sent the same proposal again and we're getting nowhere, or the league has basically sent almost the WNBA players proposal. However, I do think nothing's going to be done by March the 10th. I mean it. Nothing will be done by March 10th. The reason why nothing will be done by March 10th is purely because the WNBA players, half of them aren't around. Half of them are playing. A bunch of them are playing for Team USA, and like there are issues again with getting everyone in the same place. And that what ends up happening then is like, oh yeah, we have issues getting everyone in the same place as well, and you've now got a situation where you're not just going to accept a proposal without telling the players of the proposal. So if you're not going to accept it without telling the players, it's going to take days for the players to vote on something. And maybe if it's something the league the players PA just goes to the players and sends something into them on like the 10th or 11th and says, look, you've got 24 hours, yes or no. Do we accept this? You've got 24 hours, yes or no. And like, I don't know exactly what they would do in that scenario. I don't know if they would take it, if they would leave it. But at the end of the day, I don't know exactly what the league are going to be doing. I don't know exactly what the player base are doing, what the hard deadline is, because I know the 10th is a soft deadline. But the likelihood of something getting sorted is higher than it was earlier today. I think we've heard from Angel McCautry just a flat out prediction. She's very she was like, oh, she wants it to be a season, but she's pretty sure it is going to be a lockout. That's Angel McCautry talking, who is again one of the greatest players to ever play in the WNBA. Like maybe one of the 15, 20 greatest players ever. So like you've got that coming out from the players, and it's now at a stage where look, there's no more like inflatable rats. None of this stuff is happening. It is like it's now or never. Like it's not the 11th hour. It is genuinely not even the 11th hour. It is like I don't even know what it's 11:59 at this stage. If we're being real, like it could be 11:59. And with it being 11:59 is not the time to really be doing anything, to be honest. It shouldn't have got to this point. Everyone's at fault. Whether you think that the owners are more at fault or the players are more at fault, doesn't really matter. Everyone's at fault at this stage. And not only that, there is major fault from all parties. I think absolutely nobody is innocent in this scenario. And it all came from that game of the pettiness from the 6 weeks. Like the fact we're in here is the pettiness from all sides. The pettiness from the league, the players to send back the same proposal twice, the pettiness from the league to ignore it for 6 weeks, and the pettiness from the players as well to not try to contact the league once during those 6 weeks to see what the fuck is going on. Like there is like all of that wasted 6 weeks, and we would potentially be in a much better position if it wasn't for that. And like I don't think it's been in any way helpful to the players. I think the situation we've been in has been in any way helpful to the players at all either. So yeah, I think we're now in a bit of a pickle. If we're being honest here, we're in a little bit of a pickle here, and the time constraint is rough for the players. We're now at the stage where it does look more likely than not that there's going to be a WNBA season, which helps everyone, I guess. The only people it doesn't help are those at the very, very end of the of their careers who that are at the very last year of their careers, who aren't going to get a contract this year and would make more money. Would in fact make more money if the league went into lockdown, if they were in the league last year, and because of the way the lockout, they would make more money from the lockout fund that the players have. But that is a amount of players that are on one hand. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think this is a positive thing? Do you guys think this means anything? Let me know.